I want to talk about steady growth in all aspects of life, like financial, physical, mental, um, spiritual, everything that needs growth. And I think for me, when I find something new, I want to achieve something, I put my all into it straight away. I, I kind of run off the starting block. And in a way, I think that's good because I don't wait around too long. Um, I don't know what the word is, but I just don't wait around. I just get it done. I just go for it. And I think that's a really good trait that I have because a lot of people struggle to even get off the starting line. But something that I've acknowledged within myself is that I very much, I very much sprint. And if I don't make it to the finish line, my sprint becomes way slower and I'll start stepping back. And I like, I want to talk about the idea of maintenance and steady growth because when I think about it in terms of having a nice body, having physical um, achievements, when you have a nice body, when you got a six pack, you have to eat very well and you have to cut down on your calories and you have to do sit ups and stuff like that to get the six pack in the first place. But when you get the six pack, you still have to maintain it for as long as you want to keep it. And I think that's a very important thing to think about when we're talking about growth in all aspects is like we all think about how we're going to get to the finish line as if the finish line is this point where we can take our foot off the gas, but it's not. And I think that the more we sprint to the finish line and then we realize there isn't one, the more it sucks when you get there. Whereas steady growth and maintenance is almost like the practice of already believing that you've got it. Like I thought about it in terms of manifesting because it's like believing that you've already got the thing that you want. And the beauty of that is when we're talking about steady growth and maintenance is that let's use the six pack analogy again. If I've got a six pack already, then the way to maintain it is to continually eat good and continually do my sit ups. And if I was thinking about it from the start of the six pack journey, like I need to get a six pack by this day, I need to do this, I need to do that, then for me personally, I'm less likely to achieve it because I see a finish line and I'm like, I just want to get to that finish line. Whereas when I think about it, like, oh, okay, I've already got this six pack, let me just do the things that I would do to keep this six pack, eat as good as I'm going to eat, work out as much as I'm going to work out so I can maintain this thing that I've already worked for. It feels so much easier then because I haven't got a destination. And I also don't have the lack, like the feeling of I don't have something, so I'm not complete yet. It's like talking about just only focusing on the journey instead of focusing on the destination. And all three of those things kind of combine, like the idea of manifesting, the idea of focusing on the journey, and the idea of steady and growth and maintenance. Um, and I think about that in terms of money as well because I'm like 3 months into this trading journey, and I'm 2 weeks coming up to no probably 3 weeks into my funded challenge, and it's been a losing few weeks, and part of me just wants to up the risk so I can get back to where I was, but then the other part of me says no, just keep trading how you would trade if you had the money now. Just in terms of percentages, just keep dropping the percentage. A win is a win. as long as we're taking wins, we're moving forward. And then as the money grows, then the size of the positions grow. Instead of trying to sprint back to the point where I was, it's like, okay, we've took a few hours, but let's build it back up steady. Because if I try and sprint back to there, I'm just gonna take more losses trying to claw back what I've already lost. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about.